Hey guys, welcome back to Mind Your Conversions, brought to you by Fibr. If you're new here, this is where we break down the art and science of marketing with our hosts, Liv and Max. They will help you understand marketing better, explore fresh strategies, and most importantly, drive higher conversions. So whether you're a seasoned pro, or even if you're just getting started, you're at the right place.
All right, welcome back everybody for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be tackling a topic that I think a lot of marketers struggle with. It's landing page SEO.
Yeah.
And the source material that we're going to be going over is this guide called Landing Page SEO. Everything you need to know.
Okay.
So, there's a couple of really interesting things, I think, or questions that this guide poses. One is, can you really get tons of traffic to your landing page without having to pay for ads?
All right.
And then the second is, how do you actually make sure that landing page is converting those visitors into actual customers and not just bounces?
Yeah.
And then lastly, is there really like some secret formula for writing content that Google and real people love?
Right.
And so I think that you are the absolute perfect person to help us unpack all these SEO mysteries.
Absolutely.
And so I think maybe just starting out, can you maybe clarify, like when we say SEO landing page, what are we actually talking about?
So an SEO landing page is basically a page that's designed to rank high in search results. And then when people click on it, it converts.
Okay.
Now that's different than like a regular landing page,
Okay.
because a regular landing page relies on paid advertising, paid traffic.
Gotcha.
Whereas SEO landing pages are all about getting that free organic traffic.
Gotcha. So like if we were to think about like Zoho
Okay.
and like their accounting software,
Okay.
they would have obviously their home page, but then there'll be like a specific landing page for their accounting software. That's separate.
Exactly.
So now we kind of have a feel for like what is an SEO landing page, but there is, I think, some tension between like SEO and landing page best practices.
Right.
Because as you were saying, like SEO wants more content and links,
Right.
which can be very distracting for visitors.
Right.
And then traditional landing pages, they prioritize brevity, a single call to action.
Exactly.
So how do you balance that tension?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's actually what this guide's all about.
Okay.
It says that you can actually have a landing page that ranks well
Okay.
and converts.
So why, for our listeners out there who are like, I get SEO, why is it so important for landing pages specifically?
Well, it's important because you get free traffic.
Oh, free traffic. I like that.
Yes. Everyone likes free. So with paid ads, you're constantly spending money.
Right.
As soon as you stop paying, the traffic stops.
Right.
But SEO is an investment.
Okay.
So you put in the work up front, and it can keep driving visitors to your landing page for months, even years to come.
So it's not just about like these fleeting clicks from ads.
Right.
It's really about building something that is going to drive potential customers that are already kind of interested in what you have because they've searched for it over a long period of time.
Exactly.
Okay, and the guide says that it can actually, that process can actually lead to increased conversions.
Right.
Because those visitors are coming with a specific intent.
Exactly.
So it's not just like, getting them to be aware of your brand. It's like they're already looking for something specific.
Exactly. They're further down the funnel.
Gotcha. Okay, so this guide actually outlines 7 steps for landing page SEO success.
Okay.
And I'm kind of interested to kind of roll up our sleeves here and get into it. Where do we even start?
Well, it all starts with keyword research,
Okay.
but not just any keywords.
Okay.
We're talking about transactional keywords.
So we're not going after like general, super broad. We're getting very specific
Exactly.
keywords that indicate that someone is ready to like do something.
Take action.
Take action. Yeah. Okay. So give us an example.
Okay, so let's say you're looking for project management software.
Okay.
Would you be more likely to convert on a page that ranks for project management tips or best project management software free trial?
Definitely the second one. It shows that someone is ready to like sign up and try it out.
Exactly, and so that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Those high intent keywords.
Okay.
And tools like SEMrush can be really helpful for finding those keywords.
Okay, fantastic. So step 1, keywords. Yes.
What's next?
Next comes content.
Okay.
But remember that tension we talked about.
Yeah, between like SEO wanting a lot of stuff and then landing pages wanting like less.
Exactly.
So how do we find that balance?
Well, you have to think about the user's intent.
Okay.
So if someone is searching for best CRM software, they're probably in the comparison stage.
Okay.
So your content should focus on highlighting your software's unique selling points.
Okay.
Maybe some customer testimonials, and even offer a free trial.
And is that going to make the landing page super long?
It doesn't have to be. You can prioritize the key selling points and visuals above the fold.
Okay.
And then provide more in-depth content below for those who want to dig deeper.
Okay.
Think about using things like videos, infographics, and clear headings to break up the text.
Okay, so it's not just this like wall of text.
Right.
It's kind of, engaging in different ways.
Exactly.
Okay, great. So that's the content. But how do we make sure that Google actually understands what our page is about? That's where on-page SEO comes in.
Okay.
We need to optimize things like meta titles, descriptions, headings, even the URL itself.
Okay. Let's break that down. So meta titles and descriptions, that's what shows up in the search results, right?
Exactly. It's your first impression.
Okay.
You have a limited number of characters to grab attention and get that click.
Okay.
And you need to include those target keywords, but not in a spammy way.
Right. It has to feel very natural.
Exactly.
Okay. So if we were talking about a free trial of SEO software,
Okay.
it could be free SEO software trial, boost your rankings today, something like that.
That's a good start.
Okay.
It's clear, concise, it includes the keyword,
Right.
and it has a strong call to action.
Perfect. What about headings and stuff?
Well, headings are crucial for both readability and SEO.
Okay.
They help organize your content, make it easier to scan, and signal to Google what each section is about.
Okay. And then what about images? Because Google can't actually see an image.
Right.
So how do we optimize that?
That's where alt text comes in.
Okay.
It's a short description you add to each image that tells Google what the image is about.
Gotcha.
So instead of it just saying image1.jpg, you might say screenshot of SEO software dashboard.
So we're translating the visual into something Google can understand.
Exactly.
What else? What else are we
And
doing?
internal links are important too.
Okay.
Linking to other relevant content on your website helps Google understand the structure of your site, and it can keep visitors engaged.
But too many could be distracting.
Right.
Especially on a landing page.
Exactly. You don't want to overwhelm them. Just
Right.
use them strategically.
Okay, perfect. And then the URL can also impact SEO, right?
Absolutely. The URL should be short, descriptive, and include your target keyword.
Yeah.
So instead of mywebsite.com page 123.
Right, some random,
Exactly.
it should be mywebsite.com free-trial SEO software.
Exactly.
Okay, and I know there's tools like SEMrush that have an on-page SEO checker.
Right,
So
exactly.
we can analyze your page.
Yeah, it's like having an SEO expert audit your page.
Perfect. Okay, so we've tackled keywords, content, on-page.
Right.
What's the next big thing we got to think about?
Well, we gotta talk about mobile devices.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mobile friendliness is important, but it feels like sometimes a separate beast to think about.
I know. But the thing is, Google's doing mobile first indexing now.
Okay,
So it's not really optional.
gotcha.
If your landing page isn't optimized for mobile, you're gonna get hurt.
So what are some of the key things we have to remember?
Well, responsive design is essential.
Totally.
So the page needs to adapt to different screen sizes so people don't have to zoom in and out all the time.
Right.
And you have to think about readability.
Okay.
So short paragraphs, bullet points, concise sentences.
And I'm imagining that images and videos, those also need to be optimized. So they're not these huge files that are taking forever to load
Absolutely.
on a mobile phone.
Yes, speed is crucial on mobile.
And what about navigation? Is there anything special about that?
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Large buttons, clear labels, and a minimal number of menu items.
Okay.
And you want to avoid drop-down menus.
Gotcha.
Those can be annoying on mobile.
Okay, so it's all about making sure that the mobile experience is super smooth.
Exactly.
Okay, and there's even a free tool.
Yes. Google has a mobile-friendly test tool.
Perfect. Okay, mobile.check. What's next?
Next, we're going to talk about backlinks.
Okay, backlinks. Those are important, right?
Yes, they are.
Can you remind me why?
Well, think of backlinks as votes of confidence from other websites.
Okay.
When a reputable site links to your landing page, it tells Google that your page is valuable and trustworthy.
So it's not just about how many, it's
Yeah.
about where they're coming from.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we get these magical backlinks?
Well, the best way is to create content that other websites will want to link to.
Okay, so it's not just about asking people.
Yeah.
It's about making something great that people will want to share.
Exactly.
Gotcha. And then what about tools like Ahrefs?
Yeah, Ahrefs has a great backlink checker that can help you see who's linking to your competitors.
Ah, so I can kind of see what's working.
Exactly.
And then do something even better.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've got backlinks. What's our final step here?
The final step is monitoring your performance.
Okay, so we're not just publishing this thing and then letting it sit there.
No, you got to keep an eye on it.
What are we looking at?
Well, page load time is critical.
Okay.
Google considers it a ranking factor, and slow load times can lead to high bounce rates.
People are impatient.
They are.
Yeah.
You also want to monitor stability,
Okay.
which is basically how often your site is up and running without errors.
Okay.
Frequent downtime can hurt your rankings.
So we want to make sure that everything is healthy and running smoothly.
Exactly.
What tools are there for this?
Well, Google Analytics is a great tool.
Okay.
It's free, and it gives you a ton of data about your traffic.
Yeah.
And if you're using SEMrush, they have a site audit tool that can help you identify any technical issues.
Fantastic. Okay, so I think we've covered the 7 steps.
We have.
Keyword research, content, on-page, mobile, backlinks, monitoring performance.
It's a lot, but it's all important.
Yeah. Anything else that's like super, super crucial for making these pages really work?
Well, with all this focus on SEO, it's easy to forget that we're dealing with human beings.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So a landing page's ultimate success is measured by its ability to persuade and convert.
So even if it ranks really high, if it's
Yeah.
not persuasive, no one's going to do anything.
Exactly.
So how do we think about that?
Well, you have to think about the emotional journey of your ideal visitor.
Okay.
What are their fears, their aspirations?
Your pain points.
Exactly.
So it's about understanding that person.
Yeah, going beyond just demographics.
Yeah.
And really understanding their psychographics.
Okay.
Their values, their beliefs.
Gotcha. Okay. I feel like we really laid a good foundation here of how to think about this.
Absolutely.
Now, this guide also has like a ton of additional resources.
It does.
So I'm really excited to dig into those in our next segment.
Yeah, me too.
So stay tuned for that. We'll be right back after a short break. All right, so we've talked a lot about what makes landing pages work, you know, from an SEO perspective.
Yeah.
But this guide doesn't just like stop at theory. It actually gives some really great resources
Oh, yeah.
to help you actually like do this.
Implement it. It can be a little overwhelming
Yeah.
when you're looking at all these things, you know.
Yeah.
But this guide breaks it down.
So for example, there's a whole section on landing page best practices,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Just packed with actionable tips. It's
Yeah.
really helpful.
Like having an expert, like looking over your shoulder as you're doing this.
Exactly.
I was really interested in their article on conversion killer landing page mistakes,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
like common pitfalls that people make.
Yeah, you don't even realize you're making them sometimes.
Yeah.
And this article, like, really lays it out for you.
And one thing they said is like having too many calls to action.
Oh, yeah, you think it would be good. Right.
Right, like more choices.
Yeah, more is better,
Yeah.
but it can actually backfire.
And it's like, you know, a restaurant with like a 20-page menu.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I don't even know what to pick.
Too many choices.
Yeah, too many
It can be
choices.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a single call to action is much more effective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now this leads us to another really interesting thing that the guide talks about, which is these AI landing page builders.
Oh, yeah, those are interesting.
Have you played around with those at all?
I have, yeah. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
They've come a long way.
So they can do things like analyze data and suggest headlines?
Yeah, they can even help with design.
Really?
Yeah,
And even like write copy.
some of them, yeah. Pretty amazing.
Right. It's like having this whole team of experts
Right.
just like at your disposal,
Powered by AI.
which is crazy.
I know, it's pretty wild.
And I'm like, especially for businesses that like have limited time.
Right, or resources.
This could be a game changer.
It really levels the playing field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even just about like speed and efficiency.
yeah.
It's about the fact that AI can sometimes spot patterns
Yeah,
that we as humans miss.
definitely.
So it's
Right.
not about replacing human expertise
No, not
at
at
all. It's like adding to it.
Yeah, augmenting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which goes back to like what we were saying about this like emotional journey of the visitor.
Yeah.
Even if we have all these amazing tools,
Yeah.
we can't forget about the human.
You're absolutely right.
Like, we have to connect with that.
Yeah.
So how do we make sure that our landing pages
Right.
are not just optimized for robots,
Right.
but also resonate with people?
It starts with understanding your ideal customer.
Okay.
Like really understanding them. Who are they? What are their pain points?
What are their aspirations?
Exactly.
Like, what keeps them up at night?
Yeah, you got to get deep, go beyond demographics and really dive into psychographics.
Okay.
You know, their values, their beliefs, their fears.
Okay. So once you have like this understanding of that person,
Yeah.
how do you translate that into the page?
Well, storytelling is really powerful.
Okay.
Use stories to connect with your audience.
I love a good story.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
Oh yeah. Be authentic.
Be authentic, be real, be human.
Right. People can spot a fake
Yeah, they can.
right away.
Definitely. People buy from people.
Yeah.
So make sure your landing page feels, approachable.
Don't be afraid to show your face.
Yeah.
Share your story.
Yeah. It builds trust.
It's about creating that connection,
Yeah.
which is what marketing is all about, right?
Absolutely.
As we're talking, it strikes me that like a landing page is just a tool. It's a means to an end.
And what is that end?
I think it's really about building relationships, creating connections, and ultimately like making a positive impact.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you're crafting these pages,
Yeah.
don't just focus on the technical stuff.
Right.
Think about like the bigger picture.
Yeah. Ask yourself, how can I use this landing page to serve my audience?
Make a difference.
Yeah.
Leave the world a little bit better than I found it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that question.
A good question.
We should all be asking that.
Yeah.
Not just about marketing.
About everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Well, it's been an incredible journey, like going through this guide with you.
It has been fun.
I know our listeners are going to get so much out of it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to our listeners out there, thank you so much for joining us on this.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Stay tuned for the final segment where we'll kind of leave you with a challenge and some final thoughts. Okay, so we've really covered a lot today, from like those really specific things like keywords and on-page optimization, all the way to thinking about like the user and how we connect with them emotionally.
Yeah. A pretty broad deep dive, I'd say.
Yeah, and I'm feeling really energized to like actually go and do some of this stuff now.
Yeah. That's the spirit, and, SEO. It's a process.
Yeah, it's not just about, like you said, figuring out the formula and then you're good to go.
Exactly. It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's all about constantly testing and, trying things out, seeing what works with your audience.
Yeah, you got to be adaptable because things are always changing.
All the time.
And that's why I love doing these deep dives, so we can kind of like explore all these topics with everybody.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So I want to leave everyone with a challenge. We've learned all this stuff about landing pages.
Yeah.
Think about your business goals and how this can really help you get there.
Don't just think about it, go do it. Yeah.
Take action.
Take action.
So maybe you're not getting enough traffic to your landing pages, or maybe your conversion rates are not as high as you want them to be.
Right.
Try some of this stuff out.
Experiment.
Test different headlines, calls to action.
See what happens.
Make sure your meta descriptions are good.
You got this.
And remember, if you have any questions or if you want to share like what's worked for you,
Oh, yeah, let us know.
hit us up on social media. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, it makes it all worthwhile.
So until next time, keep learning, keep experimenting.
Keep optimizing.
Happy diving, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. That's it for this episode of Mind Your Conversions, brought to you by Fibr. I hope you are leaving with fresh ideas and strategies to take your marketing and your conversions to the next level. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. Thanks for listening. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.